You guys. All right. Well, hello and welcome everybody to our introduction to LifeWave. My name is Christy Chapman, and I'm so honored to be able to be here tonight to share this incredible technology with you. And if you're a guest tonight, I want you to text the person that invited you and said, hey, thank you so much for sharing this with me, because it took a lot of courage for them to share, get out of their comfort zone and share with you what we're doing here with LifeWave. And we definitely don't want to keep this a secret. It is probably one of the best things that I have seen in my 54 years in health and wellness, and it keeps getting better because our CEO, which I'll talk about in a little bit, is coming up with some even more incredible technology that will enhance our stem cell patch that we're going to talk about tonight. So before we get started, I just want to share a little bit about my journey and why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing here with LifeWave. And my journey started a little over 3.5 years ago. And it started because I hurt my foot and I couldn't walk on it properly. It was bruised and swollen for a couple weeks. And a dear friend of mine and business partner said, hey, what's going on with your foot? And I said, I just hurt it. And he said, well, I started using this little stem cell patch. It's a stem cell activation patch. And he said, I'm using it for my shoulder and my back pain. And I knew he had back pain and shoulder pain because you know how when we get in our 40s, 50s, 60s, all that fun stuff that we did when we were younger, sports and gymnastics and all kinds of stuff, it catches up with us, right? And so that happened to him. And then he got in a car accident. And so he was facing to have shoulder surgery. And so a friend shared with him the patches, he put them on, and, very quickly, doesn't happen for everybody, but pretty quickly, his pain went down to about a 2, from a 10 to a 2. And so that caught my attention. So I said, well, I have nothing to lose. So I put it directly on the point of pain. I put it on my foot. And within a couple hours, again, doesn't happen for everybody, but I was able to walk on it properly. And I was thinking to myself, is this some kind of woo-woo effect? Is this some placebo? But no, it's not. It's the real deal. And so I started doing research on it. I started looking at the testimonies, and I actually went to Utah with my business partner and another friend to check out the company to make sure that this was a transition I wanted to make from a previous company I was in. And I'm so grateful that I did that, because what happened 4 months later was, this is my son, Andrew, and he got in a horrible motorcycle accident. And I'm not going to go into too many details tonight, but I just want you to know that, first of all, they didn't think he was going to survive. And when we figured out he was going to survive, they didn't know if he would have brain damage. He had several strokes. He was fully geared, but he had several strokes, traumatic brain injury, and a brain bleed. And he had COVID, MRSA, and pneumonia in the hospital. And then he also broke a lot of bones throughout his whole body, collapsed lungs, you name it. And once he woke up, they said, you know what? It's probably going to take him a year or 2 to heal and get back to his new normal. He had 10 total surgeries, but praise God, I shared the patches with the doctor, and she already knew about him because somebody had enough courage to share with her 2 years before Andrew's accident to save her daughter's life. And so that is why the doctor said yes, because she already knew it wouldn't interfere. It's non-transdermal, because you can see Andrew was hooked up to a lot of medication and all kinds of things. And so we patched him and we prayed. And this is a picture of 6 months later. Andrew graduated from his extensive rehab program. He was the worst going in. He was the best going out, and the first one that got to graduate. And so I'm very, very grateful, and I'll be forever patching it forward because of what I've seen with my family and also so many people around me. So let's go ahead and get started. This is our technology. This is Introduction to LifeWave. We're going to mainly talk about X39 tonight. X39, again, is our stem cell activation patch. And we couldn't go any further without talking about David Schmidt first. David Schmidt is our founder, our CEO, and our scientist. He is the man behind the scenes. And actually, he's in the front too. He's always doing Zooms and educating us on how to live long and live well. And he established this company back in 2004. However, the technology of of activation patches came out well before that for the elite Navy SEALs. He was he was paid from the government to work with the Navy SEALs to come up with a technology that would help them with stimulants or with energy without stimulants. And so that's when, everything was working really well. But 9/11 happened. So then David lost the contract. Then through networking, the Olympics got a hold of him, and the swimmers were breaking their personal best to the point where they all had to get drug tested. But again, nothing's transdermal, nothing enters the bloodstream. So everyone passed. And people like Michael Phelps and other Olympians were breaking their personal best. So David had to figure out, how can I get this to the general population? Because, this can't just sit on a shelf in a wellness store, because it's very much an experiential product where you're going to use the technology. It's going to work for you. You're going to love it. And you can't help but to share it with people that you care about or people that come into your life along the way. And so that's, again, when LifeWave was born in 2004. So we're a 20-year-old company. A lot of you may have never heard about it up until recently, but that's because we grew a really, most of our sales were coming from Europe and in Asia, because they really understand holistic ways of healing. Now, I believe that the United States is getting much, much better, and we are looking for ways to heal our body naturally in the United States. So when X39 came out in 2019, that's when the United States started really growing, and we've grown month after month after month. As a matter of fact, we've grown about 3,000% over the last couple of years because of X39. And so now we're the fastest growing company in the world, which is so exciting. And that just means that we're helping a lot of people live a better quality of life. That is our mission, and that is our purpose here, is just to help people live long and live well. And so if that's you, stay tuned, because I have a lot to share with you, and we're going to share some incredible testimonies too. David, his goal was to bless 1 billion homes. But now with technology that he has coming out this year, we're going to be able to bless multiple billions of homes, which is so, so exciting. So LifeWave, it's both a brand and a technology. And it's something that you're never going to see anywhere else. Nobody else has a stem cell activation patch. Nothing. Hold on just a second. I need to take a drink. Everybody drink water. It's good for you. Okay, so you're never going to see this technology anywhere else. And David has technology coming out, like I said. So we have supplements, an AM and PM drink supplement that's going to complement our patches. And it's going to help us ignite more stem cells in our body. And it's made with light. Have you ever heard of a supplement made with light? I haven't. And so this is going to be so exciting. And that comes out next month, starting next month, the AM supplement. Then the PM will come out after that. Then the midsummer, we're going to have age reversal healing water that's coming out, something that's never been done before. And if you want more information, reach out to the person that invited you, and we can get you that information. And just know that you only need to drink 1 glass of water, and people, 100% of the participants felt something in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, 100% of the participants. So the healing and the age reversal that's going to come from that is going to be unbelievable. But let's get back to our patches. Our patches are unique, they're innovative, and they're made with a cutting edge technology. And how do the patches work? If nothing's entering into the bloodstream, how do these patches actually work? Well, we're using phototherapy. So we're using, it's called photobiomodulation, and we're using light and heat from our own body to create change. And so that's so exciting. So our skin exudes light and heat from our body. If you wear night goggles, you can see it. There's images of colors all over, and you can see the light coming in and out of your skin, or coming out from your skin. Now the patches, they have organic crystals inside, and they're each one, we have 11 patches, but we always focus on X39 to start with. But each one is designed with a specific frequency to activate your own body's healing intelligence. And so in this patch are just like amino acids, salts, sugars, water, and some other proprietary blends. But it's going to activate your own dormant stem cells that went to bed back when you were in your 20s. And what is activating is a copper peptide in your body called GHKCU. And if you do nothing tonight, go Google that and what GHKCU can do for your body. And Debbie, if you could put that in the chat, that would be awesome for me. GHKCU, it's incredible. It's the holy mother grail of age reversal. And you're going to want to get your hands on this as soon as possible. And believe it or not, this only costs less than a cup of coffee a day. I don't even need coffee anymore. I don't drink it because I don't need it. I have plenty of energy now. But, where are we going to put these patches? These patches are going to go on acupuncture points. That's where our clinical trials were. So the back of the neck, that's called C7, or below the belly button. But if you're like me and you had pain, you can put it anywhere on the body. So I put it directly on my foot. And just know that it's going to work systemically throughout your whole body. So it's still going to work on my brain. It's still going to work on my heart. It's still going to work on the inflammation in my blood that I had before I started using the patches. And so what the patches are going to do really is it's going to scan your body, and it's going to go where your body needs it first. And I like to give my friend's example of her back pain. And we always say, give it a month for every decade that you are. So if you're in your 60s, give it at least 6 good months to activate all those dormant stem cells, and let the patches do what it's designed to do, and give yourself the respect and the technology, the time to let your body heal from the inside out. So my friend, she's in her 60s. She had back pain for 30 years. Her back pain was not going away right away. And that's okay. It was working on something else. She used to pop about, well, I don't even know, but it was a lot of Advil every day, popping them like candy because she was in so much pain, and she was a house cleaner. And so, the patches weren't working on her back right away, but slowly and surely she got off of the ibuprofen, reduced it, got off of it, stopped going to the chiropractor so much. And it started working on her back pain. About month 5, her back pain was healed. And now she's running around with her grandkids all the time. And so it was working on her kidney and livers, her kidney and her livers, kidneys and liver. And that's exactly what was happening. So just be patient with it. Just know that if your pain doesn't go away right away, give it time. And also, we do know that inflammation eats stem cells. And when we start using the patches, a lot of us have inflammation. Whenever you have pain, you have inflammation in the body. And so we got to get that inflammation down so that the stem cells can start activating and working properly in your body. So we have now over 100 third-party double-blind clinical trials. And I love that because David wants to make sure before he launches any product that it works, that it isn't some woo-woo effect or placebo, that it's actually doing what he says it's going to do. And there's no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants in our products. Again, non-transdermal, so it's safe for kids and all ages. And also, we have patents. We have over 150 patents now, believe it or not, which is so exciting. Again, that's just to protect us so nobody can copy us, and also to show that our patches are doing what we say it's going to do. So what are stem cells anyway? Stem cells are neutral cells. Stem cells are universal cells. Every stem cell in your body, or every cell in your body, started as a stem cell. Your eyes, your skin, your bones, your heart, your liver, they all started as a stem cell. And stem cells can be any kind of cell that the body needs, and the patches will provide that signal. So again, the patches are going to kind of scan your body, and it's going to look, where do I need to heal first? Where do I need to go first? And it's going to go there and heal you, and then it will go to the next area. And then when you start seeing mile markers on the outside, like age reversal and skin remodeling, which are old scars or new scars going away, then you know it's really doing what it needs to do on the inside. And I don't know if you know this, I had no idea, but when we're 25, our stem cells start to decrease. And they start decreasing quite rapidly at 25. Because every time, when we're born, we all had 100% of our stem cells. And then as we age, they just go down. So 35, 50% of our stem cells are gone. That's incredible. And then when you get to 60, you only have 10% of your stem cells left. And then it just goes down from there. And that's why as we age, it's harder to heal. Okay, because the less stem cells we have, the faster we age and the slower we heal. So when we get older, sometimes we can't have surgeries because the doctors know you're just not going to heal like you did when you were younger. If you fall down and get a broken leg, it's not going to heal like it did when you were younger, because you don't have those stem cells to repair your body. Same thing with brain fog and lack of sleep and lack of energy. That happens over time because we have less and less stem cells. So X39 is the world's first and only stem cell activation and regeneration. And we're going to regenerate our own stem cells. So we wear the patches for 12 hours, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. We're going to activate our own stem cells for 12 hours during the day, hydrate, drink lots of water, and then we're going to let our stem cells rest at night. Sleep is when our body repairs itself. And so don't wear the patches at night. Give your body that rest. Take the patch off. And if you have a pet, guess what? You can put this used stem cell patch on your pet the next day and let them enjoy the benefits of age reversal and healing as well. And again, it's not always vanity for age reversal, although we'll take it, but it's what's going on in the inside with the organs, right? And we all want our furry friends to live long and live well too with us. So X39 again activates that dormant or that stem cell or the copper peptide GHKCU, holy mother grail of age reversal. And if you'd like to do a deeper dive and learn more about how the patches work, and because it can explain it much better than I can, and what X39 is all about, what are doctors saying, the patents are there, the science is there, testimonies are there, go to frequencypatchesinfo.com. And Debbie, if you could put that in the chat too, that would be wonderful. frequencypatchesinfo.com. And that's a great site for you to look at. You can't order anything there, but it's just a generic website for you to do all the research that you need to do so that you're confident in what you're about to start, what your journey. And so X39 is definitely affordable, less than a cup of coffee. If you were to get stem cell injections, I've heard them be all the way up to $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 for stem cell treatments. And a lot of times they don't work. There's somebody else's stem cells. That's where the ethical part comes in. Ours are completely ethical. We're not using anybody else's stem cells, and it requires no injections, which I know you're happy about. So there are about 40 or more blanketed benefits that can come from activating your own stem cells. And these are just a few that a lot of us experience. And I've experienced most of these here. Inflammation and pain. That is a huge problem that we all have, or most people have. Like 1 out of 3 people have inflammation or pain, and we can definitely help with that. Wound healing and skin remodeling. Take pictures. I always tell people take pictures, because you will be amazed at how your old scars, even 21-year-old scar like mine, have faded. Okay, so burns, scars, anything, skin remodeling, it's going to heal. Increase energy and vitality. And this is at the cellular level. This isn't a caffeine jittery type of energy. It's just a natural energy. We're using our own body's ability to, at the cellular level, to create that energy, which is so exciting. Improves restorative sleep. Again, sleep is so important for us to get. And you're going to have the deep, deep sleep with vivid dreams. And, when my head hits the pillow, I'm out, and I wake up before my alarm, and my feet hit the ground, and I'm running. And again, no caffeine needed, because I don't need it. This is one of my favorite: sports performance, faster recovery for exercise, especially if you're over 50 like me. And you can definitely have more endurance, whatever the sport is that you're doing, or even, projects around the house. You also will heal quicker. You're not going to be, or you're going to recover quicker. You're not going to be sore the next day. And you're going to get results like you did if you're working out and an athlete. You'll get results like you did when you were in your 20s and 30s, which is so exciting. And oh boy, stay tuned when the water comes out. I heard we don't even have to exercise all that much to get incredible results, which I'm very, very excited about. Okay, cognitive and brain function and brain fog. This is huge. So many people suffer in this area, and we can definitely help with brain health, also heart health, vascular health, and reduce blood pressure. We've helped people with doctors' supervision reduce or get off of medications for lots of different things, including blood pressure, cholesterol, migraine medicine, etc. And just know that when you're wearing the patches, your heart is going to, it's going to age backwards, okay? And every day that we wear this patch, this little tiny patch, looks like a Band-Aid. Every day you wear it, you're going to age one day backwards. So I don't know about for you, but I'd rather age a day backwards than age a day forward. You know, some people will say, well, how long do you have to wear these patches? Well, as long as you want to live long and live well. All right. So for me, I'm a lifer. I'm going to wear these forever because I feel great. I'm 54. I feel like I'm in my 30s. Age reversal of more than 4,000 of your gene expressions to a younger state. Now, this is happening within 24 hours. Your gene expression is turning back in time. We're turning the clock back right away. And so this is about 1/3 of your gene expressions. Okay. Now with the water and the supplement that David has coming out, we're going to get that close to 100% of our gene expressions to a younger state, which is very, very exciting. Here's some pictures. And again, pictures don't lie. 2 weeks after shoulder surgery, the surgeon was so impressed with her healing. This one in the middle, this wound actually went all the way through the hand. They were going to amputate the hand. It was a car accident. And the parents were like, no, please sew him up. We're going to put patches on him. And he's right-handed and he has full function in his right hand. No pain medicine after 63 days. Look at the after picture. Unbelievable. He looks amazing. Or that scar looks amazing. The knees, knee replacement, so painful. And this gentleman is actually my friend's husband. And remember, the older we are, the less stem cells we have, the faster we age and the slower we heal. So the older we are, it takes us a long time to heal. And this gentleman is in his 70s and in 5 weeks, full function in his knee. And look at his wound, how nice it healed up. The before picture, yeah, that doesn't look very good. This is a snowboarding accident. This young gentleman does have stem cells, activating, but we're giving him a patch to help activate him even more, just like I did with my son. And so he had a job interview, snowboarding accident, and he probably would have had some scars on his face. But look at after day 5, you can hardly even see a scar there, just a little tiny scab. And then this gentleman, close to 80 years old, he stumbled and fell, hit his face on the countertop. And look at all the bumps, bruises, scratches, scars. They're gone. They're gone after 7 weeks. And even his wrinkles. And look at the inflammation in his face in the before picture and the after picture. You can see his jawline. It looks like a completely different person. Now, when we see things happening on the outside, again, like wrinkles going away, hair growth, nails, eyelashes growing, eyebrows changing to different colors, their natural color again, and not gray, that means that all is well on the inside, that things are going well on the inside. And if you just look at this girl's eyes, look at her eyes on day 1 and look at her eyes on the last picture on the right. She looks even more healthier on the inside. So that's what can happen when you wear X39 over time. It's going to heal the body inside and out. So this is a lady, 93 years old. On the left, she was sick and 93. On the right, she's not sick anymore. And she's 97 years old in this picture. And look at the difference. She looks like a completely different girl. And she's not sick anymore, which is so great. And again, look at her eyes. The eyes will tell the story of the healing that's happened. Love that. So let's just review a little bit. You're going to wear the patch, the stem cell patch during the day, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. More is not better. Don't wear it for 3 days in a row. 12 hours on, 12 hours off, so we can let our body rest. Be consistent. Put a new patch on every day. I always tell people, put the patches by your toothbrush and put them on in the morning when you brush your teeth and take them off at night when you brush your teeth. It's very simple. No pills to swallow. Give it time. It's activating your stem cells in 24 hours. However, 70% will feel something in 30 days. We don't always feel our stem cells activating, just kind of like when we take, what's an example? When we take calcium, we don't always feel calcium working and helping our bones, but it's important for us to take. So make sure to give it time. 70% will feel something in 30 days. That's clinically proven. And the other 30% need to give it a month for every decade that you are. So example, like my friend with the back pain, she gave it 6 months. And boy, I know she's happy that she did, because her back pain is completely gone now, and not going to the chiropractor and popping Advil. Drink lots of good water, and please use electrolytes. Electrolytes are so good for you anyway. Most Americans are or most people in general are dehydrated, and we don't even know it. So give yourself good electrolyte water and hydrate those cells. It will help our patches work better. And again, you can put on the back of the neck or below the belly button, or put it on the point of pain, wherever your pain may be, but it's going to work throughout your whole body. Just know that. So now we're going to share some stories. I love, this is my favorite part. Stories do tell all, and that's what really got me interested in the patches. So first, I want to go with Nancy. How about you share your story with us, please?
Let me unmute myself. Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy. I started the patches in June of 2024. So that was about 9 months ago. And I didn't have any expectations, but I was excited to find out where they were going to start working first. And my first miracle happened in just 4 months. See, I had been having shoulder pain in both my shoulders and for a couple years, and my doctor had given me steroid injections to the point that he says, no more, you're gonna have to go to a surgeon. And I've had enough surgeries in my almost 68 years. So I said, no, I'll just live with the pain. Well, I started the patches, and it wasn't too long before it was like, wow, my shoulders aren't bothering me anymore. And that's a big deal because I'm a side sleeper. And so when I went to bed at night, I'd lie on one side, it'd start hurting. I roll over the other side, it'd start hurting. And that was my whole night. Was I know I wasn't getting a very good sleep. So being able to not have that pain anymore and get some sleep was a blessing. But there's more. I had a second miracle. And this one took more time. I actually have peripheral neuropathy, and it's really in both my legs and feet. And I've had it for over 20 years, and it's in association with 2 back surgeries I had when I was in my 30s. And my neurologist kept increasing the gabapentin. And if you know what gabapentin is, it's something you don't want to be on, especially for the long term. And so I decided, okay, I'm not going to take that anymore. So I weaned myself off. I just live with the pain. Well, the good news is I didn't have to live with that much pain very long, because today I have very little pain with my peripheral neuropathy. I still have some numbness, but I don't have any more of the tingling or the prickling. And that's huge if you've ever had peripheral neuropathy. It can be quite distressing. And that's something else that can keep you from having a good night's sleep because of, your leg cramps and those type of things. So that was a big surprise for me. So I am waiting for what my next miracle might be. Don't know what that's going to be, but I'm very excited. And like I said, it's been less than a year. So, those little stem cells, they've got a lot of stuff to do in my body somewhere. So.
Yes, absolutely. Now you have a pet too. Don't you have a pet story?
Oh, I do. I have a Chihuahua, and she does not like fireworks. And at New Year's, there's always fireworks. And I remembered you telling me, Christy, that if you just have an Eon patch that you use, just save it and then put it on the dog's collar, and it'll calm them down. Well, she was pacing and panting and all that kind of stuff. It's like, ah. So I had an Eon patch, and I put it on her collar and put it on her, and she settled right down. I mean, she just laid in bed. She wasn't panting. She wasn't pacing. And so again, a good night's sleep for us old people. So
Definitely. I love that. And the Eon patches actually help my dogs with car sickness, because I heard somebody say something about how Eon helped them with their car sickness as a human. And so I was like, oh gosh, I need to do that, because we like to travel and, like to take our dogs. But so we just put them on the collar, and they do really well with the car sickness too. So that's exciting. Thank you so much for sharing. And my son also had neuropathy, and I have firsthand experience. When I would just barely touch his foot, it was so painful. He would just scream. And yeah, so I'm so glad you're off of gabapentin
Oh,
and you're feeling much better.
I am. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Martha, let's have you share.
Okay, yes. Well, I've been patching for about 2 years now, and I noticed right away that I started sleeping better and I had more energy. Now, I've never really had a problem sleeping, but I have it was like a deeper sleep. And I'd wake up a little bit more refreshed. I'll never be a songbird and pop out of bed singing, but it's easier for me to get out of bed now. And I do find myself waking up before the alarm, and it really makes me mad. But I get up anyway and get to work and that kind of thing. So, and I like being on these hearing other people's stories because somebody will say something, this is happening, and I'll go, oh yeah, now that you mention it, that's
Yeah,
happened to me. And I love, Nancy, the fact that it didn't happen right away. You have to give
yeah,
it time after several months. People think, well, that it's not working, but we know from the research that it's working. No matter what we feel, it's
yes.
working. So, and then I too, I've got a dog who's about 12, and she started acting a little funny. I don't know if you've ever heard of sundowners. It's when it gets dark out. A lot of find it in nursing homes. The older people will get confused. Well, she had, and I asked the vet, I said, can dogs get sundowners? And she said, oh yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
anyway, yeah, I started patching her, and now she's playing like a puppy again. So you never know what's going to happen, but just keep on patching, keep on
Yes.
patching.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure.
And by the way,
Yes.
we do have a testimonial page. Feel free to ask the person that invited you to add you to it. It's called Living Healthy with Me, VIP. And I pop a new testimony in there every single day. So you can literally search for whatever it is that you're looking for. And you'll get lots of stories that will share people's experiences for whatever, neuropathy or dogs or whatever it is. You can search for it in there. So thank you, ladies, for sharing. I have one more for you, and it's Sarah. Sarah, can you share with us, please? I'm looking forward to hearing your story.
Yeah, I can. So I actually met Jessica Hoffland through the chamber networking events here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I knew like a couple years ago, she unfortunately, lost her home and business to mold. Um, without actually like being in it, still tried to support her. Last June, I ended up coming down with COVID. And like a month later, I'm just not getting any better. In fact, I was actually getting worse. Ended up, in the emergency room with like a lot of chest pain and all kinds of stuff. And they were like, oh, it's long COVID. It'll go away in about a month. End of August, it still wasn't going away. My dog was limping and had a lot of issues, which the vet was like, we don't really see anything. It could be a torn ACL, but without doing further tests, like, and there's nothing we can really do for it, other than let it heal itself. So finally, I started like, going back to Jessica's stories that she was sharing on Facebook, and I was like, let me get my house tested for mold. Sure enough, my house had toxic mold. So 2 days before Hurricane Helene hit, I ended up moving out to stay with a friend. And then like after the hurricane passed, we moved in with another friend for a month. Now we're in a house that we're renting. And I was still struggling. Like, I always said, I kept telling her, like, I feel like there's this big elephant on my chest. I can't breathe a lot of times. Come to find out from the doctor that I had adult onset asthma, which she said is 100% caused by environmental factors, which very well could have been the mold and probably was the mold. And so she kept telling me about these patches, and I was a little skeptical, but I was like, plus, having to replace everything, I was like, I'm not in a financial place to try them. Finally, when my parents were visiting, I was like, you know what, we're gonna break down and try them. Within a couple of days, I was messaging her and I was like, oh my gosh, this elephant's not on my chest anymore. I can breathe. And like, I
Mm.
was just feeling so much better than I had been feeling. My mom, who just turned 73 back in November, has a lot of knee issues and arthritis, and she was trying them on her knee, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can actually move again. My knee doesn't hurt like it normally does. So that's kind of been our experience. And then before the mold, I was on the semaglutide shots. And after that, I was like, I'm not going to keep putting this toxic stuff into my body while I'm trying to detox. And then Jessica was telling me about the FP6 patch. I tried them. And for the first week, I didn't really notice anything. I was like, I don't think these are working. And then like a week and a half later, I said, you know what? I haven't had the cravings. I'm not hungry like I have been. This is amazing. And it was actually working so much better than the semaglutide had been working for me. And then she told me I could put the X39 on my dog, who she's going to be 8 in June. She still limps occasionally, but not like she was in the mold. But she is just like a puppy again. When I put the patches on her, the next morning she's jumping up on the bed and she's just back to being a puppy again. And it's incredible.
Wow, I love that. I'm so sorry that you went through that mold experience. I'm learning so much about it from Jessica, and it's just horrific. And I love to hear the pet stories tonight. That's so exciting. I also patch my pets for sure too, and it helped them heal from their spay and neuter surgery. Like within a day, they were up and running around and acting like their old self. So thank you, ladies, so much for sharing. I appreciate you so much. And again, you can go to that testimonial page and see so many testimonies. And by the way, if you are using the patches, whether you're a customer or brand partner and would like to share your own story, I'm always looking for people to share their story on this platform. So please reach out to me, Christy Chapman, and I would love to feature you on a Monday night Zoom sometime, and then you can invite your friends to join us. So let's continue. We just have a couple more slides here. Well, let's see. Come on. There we go. Okay, here's a few more things to consider. So the future of wellness is going to be energy, light therapy, and frequency. We're seeing it all over the place where they're using frequency to heal, like red light therapy to heal the body. And technology is headed in that direction. And stem cells will be the next $1 trillion industry, guaranteed. You're going to hear a whole lot more of the health and wellness industry using stem cells in various ways to help heal the body. And I believe with what David has with our X39 stem cell patch, our supplement, our AM and PM supplement, Celergize, and our water that is going to be infused with light, that we are going to own a huge part of that market just because of what we are doing here, which all that means is we're going to help heal a lot of people. So if that gets you excited and you want to be a part of a company, part of a community, part of a culture, that it's a movement, really. I feel like I've been in the industry for 18 years of network marketing, and I feel this is my home, and I feel like this is a movement, and this is purpose driven. And it's so exciting to share this with people and to have, just be a part of someone's healing journey. And so if that gets you excited and you want to be on this journey with us, whether it's just to pay for your patches, because maybe, you don't have the income right now to pay for some patches, or maybe it's a dream lifestyle, we absolutely have everything that you need here, the right timing, the right company, the right technology, and the right leadership. And so definitely take a look at this if you'd like to earn an income. We have health freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom for you. And I'll just share with you too, when my son was in the hospital, I was only with LifeWave for 4 months, but I was sharing organically during that 4 months. And because of that, I was able to be by my son's bedside every single day and help him through therapy, which was a 6 or 7 month process. And I didn't have to worry about bills not one time, because I had a cell phone business that allowed me to do what I needed to do to help my family. And so that's another reason why I'm eternally grateful for this company as well. So there's lots of different ways you can get started. Most people come in with a membership pack. If you are somebody that would like to do this as a business, come in at the advanced or premium pack. That's going to get you a lot of patches for yourself, your family. You can sample out, you can sell however you want to use them. But the advanced and premium, actually, the more you go up in enrollment kit, the more you're going to save, as you can see here. But you'll just have plenty to share with other people and to give to your family and friends. But if you just want to try the product and just see what the patches do for you, by all means, come in as a core. You're going to get a 90-day supply for only $2.95. And that's almost a $29 savings. That is our wholesale price. Retail is $150 for 1 month supply. So that's a really good deal. Come in at core and join our patch journey. And if you have any questions, I will definitely take the time to answer any of your questions that you may have. And do we have any questions in the chat? Oh, thank you, Angela, for being here.
No.
And Marisha for inviting. I appreciate you. Okay, no questions. Does anybody have any questions I could support you with? You can feel free to unmute and ask away, please. No? All right. Well, do me a favor, you guys. If you liked what you saw tonight, please don't keep this a secret. Patch it forward. We're here every Monday night. If you're in Arizona, we do live events throughout the month in Arizona, and there's live events all over the country. But please, again, don't keep this a secret. People need what we have here. People need the healing. People want to live a long and well, healthy life. And reach back to the person that invited you and let them know if you have any questions, and also let them know that you're ready to start your patch journey. So I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.